So it's been a long time since I posted or talked about anything related to this topic on this channel, but with my boy Red Riot posting about it yesterday and talking about this situation, I thought it might actually be a fairly relevant and decent time to talk about this. Now, if you followed my channel for a decent amount of time, you may be aware or have watched one in the past of my custom skin videos. Now, if you're not in the know, these are skins that are created by people outside of Riot. A lot of them are either super funny or incredibly well made, and by downloading a program and moving some files around, you could have this champion skin added to your game. It didn't break the rules, it didn't give anybody an unfair advantage and only you could see it. It was just a thing for fans of the game to enjoy the game a little bit better. Now, of course, nobody could see it because everything was client-sided, but it was a really interesting thing that I really enjoyed supporting. It was like a fan art that you could play. Something about that sentence just makes it seem magical, and it was like playing a Skyrim mod if I wanted to play as a 6th skin like the Project Vi or Jin skins that, by the way, eventually actually got taken by Riot and put into the game. I mean, the original creators of the concept didn't get anything from Riot, and they don't seem to be caring about doing a lot of the legwork to make sure that the people who are part of the teams are actually coming up with their own ideas. But if you wanted to play as something rad looking like Project Vi, or even something ridiculous like playing as an actual literal ambulance that had my face photoshopped onto it instead of running around as Soraka, it was magical, and I loved every single part of it. Running around as Joseph Joestar instead of Lee Sin, I just got this weird holy shit feeling every single time I loaded up the game to test out and see that it actually worked. So I used to make a lot of videos on stuff like that. There was more things to it. You could change the map to snow or to a beach map if you really wanted to. You could do lots with it, and it was great. Dota 2 has had all this functionality for a long time, things that only the player on their side can see, like differences to the HUD, but differences that made the experience feel a little more yours. The height of me doing these videos was around 2016. Each one was great, each one got a surge of new downloads, and people at that time were absolutely fine and content with it. They loved it. Now, fast forward from 2016 to now, we've now met with essentially the end of custom skins as we know it, and it's sad because nobody really seems to care at all. And I get that, barely anybody uses them. They were probably used by less than 0.5% of the total player base of League of Legends ever, but if you or anyone that you knew ever used custom skins, you'd be really hard pressed to find someone, or even yourself, who had a very negative experience with using them. The people that used them loved them. Even people who didn't use them always sung their praises in my comment section whenever I would do a video of them. Now, I did an interview with one of the main guys in a group of skin creators a while back. Now, it's a bit of a long one, and if you want to watch it, then feel free, it'll be the top right. And I'll warn you right now that Brofresco is in it. But we pulled together some of the people who were able to strike up a discussion with Riot about potentially saving the ability to customly skin champions. These are the same people that made Project Vi and Project Jin before they were put into the game. Now, there was a bit of a dialogue open with Riot, and for a while it seemed like potentially things were still going to be workable, but as of right now, over half of the champions in League of Legends are completely unmoddable due to changes in the file types, and I'm sad. I'm not really pushing to try and win what is ultimately just a business decision from Riot. Their old files were clearly clunky and exploitable, and they wanted to streamline it and make it a little bit better for them to work with. But I guess the reason for this video is, at the very least, I would really just like them to be remembered fondly. One of the last bastions of selfless creativity within our community. Nobody ever did these to get likes, get views, or get follows on Instagram or whatever. They're just some teenagers letting their imaginations take the wheel, and they're putting out insane levels of creation and insane content that Riot clearly had deemed worthy of actual integration into their game, although with no actual nod to the original creators themselves. So for the last 6 to 12 months, with each and every patch, a new champion has been patched to be unedible, starting with Karthus and then probably moving forward with champions like Nunu and stuff that were never really played, until the point that we're at now, where we're halfway down the list and it's reaching its final destination very steadily. And that's really all there is to it. The end of custom skins is well and truly here, and I deeply feared for the livelihood of Red Riot's channel during this, but thankfully he's moving forward a little bit away from League of Legends due to these changes, and his content is fantastic anyway, whether you like League of Legends videos or not. So now that he's gone, I'm kind of done fighting for it. I think that everybody in that community has pretty much accepted it. And whilst it's very sad that the ability to place as someone's fan art was something so intensely magical and now it's gone, I think I owe it to that community at the very least to provide some kind of mausoleum-like place for those visions to live on. Honestly, if you haven't seen any of these before, and you're new to the channel, or both, I would greatly appreciate if you could click at the top right where there's a little eye, which will show you a playlist of all the custom skin videos I've done over the years. I absolutely challenge every single one of you to go through that playlist and come back to this video and tell me that you wouldn't enjoy at least one of those skins showcased throughout it, whether that be that you would immediately buy that skin if it was on sale, actually sold by Riot the day that it pops up, or if you wouldn't just give the actual custom skin a download and try it out. I guess I'm mostly just kind of disappointed in Riot. Recently I've noticed him doing a lot more, I guess you could call them competitions on their various social media, asking players to do their best to create like a particle effect here, or to create a cool Alawi model. Basically just outsourcing ideas for their team without any of the fruits of job opportunities to those that they use the content from, or even the skin itself when it's released. Now let me repeat that. The creators of Project Jin and Project Vi, the people that made these skins, despite their creations almost entirely being copied over from there to the Riot servers, they didn't even get the skins that they created for free. Dozens of hours of work going into something that they loved, being implemented into a game that they love, and they have to pay for their own work. It's it's ridiculous. And I know Riot probably changed a lot around to the point where none of the original work was ever going to be there. They did it all themselves. And they obviously changed a lot in terms of rigging and textures and models and whatnot. I don't know though, it just seems like a little bit of a slap in the face. And it kind of makes me a little pissed off that I thought something as small as that kind of gesture was even possible. Just a thanks. A free skin is all it would have been. All it could have taken. $0 spent to make me happier and make those people happy. Thank you very much for watching this video, guys. I'm sorry that it was a bit of a sad one. We'll be back again tomorrow with more shenanigans. But for the meantime, I want to give a massive shout out to anyone that poured their passion into creating beautiful pieces of art that I can enjoy playing in League of Legends for absolutely zero compensation for themselves. It's a massive F for me. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Goodbye.